What's going on, guys? This is DragsterTV here, back at it again. And today, guys, we're back here on Offroad Outlaws once again. As you guys can see here. Now, for today's Offroad Outlaws video, guys, do have something a little bit fun planned for today's video. But it is just a little bit different. You know, it's not glitch or anything like that. But anyways, today we are going to be building my 2006 Yamaha Blaster YFS 200 with a big bore kit on it. So it is 240 cc's. And yeah, so I've owned it for exactly 1 week now. I bought it last Sunday, 7 days ago. And yeah, so I thought it would be pretty fun to make a video of me recreating my quad I own in real life. Here's a picture of it in Offroad Outlaws because I thought it would be pretty fun, and also content's just a little bit slow. But anyways, guys, without further ado, let's hop straight into building my 2006 Yamaha Blaster YFS 200. By the way, guys, I've made 2 videos on this quad if you would like to check them out. The links to both those videos are down in the description. I go over everything that's done to it, and I also ride it in both videos. So if you guys would like to see that, go ahead and check out the 2 videos linked down below in the description. So now let's go and hop straight into the quad build. So now we are here in quads here. Let's go ahead and find one that would resemble my Yamaha Blaster. Mine's a 2006, the last year they made them. So it does have the 2003 through 2006 front end with a little headlight in the middle, so I feel like this would resemble it the most. So we are going to use this quad for today's build, but also this would be a good quad to resemble it as well. Just because on the older buy style of quads, they did end up putting this front end. It's an aftermarket front end on their quads because a lot of guys liked it. So I have seen a couple of Yamaha Blasters with this front end on it, but just because mine doesn't have that front end and it does just have the little headlight in the middle, we're going to go ahead and use this quad for today's build. So now with it bought, let's hop straight into getting the color correct. So let's hop straight into customize, go over to paint, and make it completely white. Because on my Yamaha Blaster, it's got white plastics and a completely red frame. And white shocks, but we cannot make white. I wish there was a way you can change your frame color on quads or side-by-sides and stuff like that. With this build, I really wish there was a way that I can change the frame color. So that's one extra thing I'd like to see in future updates. So Offroad Outlaws, if you are listening, being able to color frames on quads, think about it. And yeah, so we got the white plastics, and let's go into rims here. And there we are. So now we have the white plastics and the black rims. Now let's do the tires. So we're going to leave the stock tires in the front because these tires resemble the actual tires I do have on my quad the most. And then in the rear, we are going to go ahead and run these knobby tires, because these are the exact tires I have on the rear. And my Yamaha Blaster in particular doesn't have horns on the front. The light is yellow. It doesn't have a repair pack on the back, nor does it have a snorkel or a winch on the front. So we're just going to leave that. So we're not going to do anything to the body and customization. We're just going to leave it how it is. And just like that, let's hop straight into upgrades. So we're going to go ahead and max out the engine, max out weight, grip, and durability. And we are going to go ahead and put a maxed out stage 4 turbo on it to resemble my big bore kit that my Blaster does have. And that's all we're going to do for upgrades. Now moving on into tuning, we're going to go ahead and upgrade our suspension front and rear to stage 5, as well as our front and rear wheels and tires. And let's actually start in tires. Now actually on my real Yamaha Blaster YFS 200 I do have in real life, I do have some pretty gnarly big tires on the front. And they actually do rub on my Nerf bars a little bit at full turn. And they're not much bigger than this. They actually look like the actual tires, but they need to be just a hair wider. So probably about that wide. And then that's pretty much my tires in the front. And for the rear, I do have some pretty small but super wide tires in the rear. And there we are. So now let's hop straight into tuning our suspension. So on my Yamaha Blaster in real life, starting up here in axis width, we're going to go ahead and make it pretty wide because my in real life Yamaha Blaster that I own does actually have super wide Banshee axles, so the tire does pretty much stick out all the way outside the fenders. So we're going to try to make that look. So I'd say about 0.8 resembles it pretty well. So this is how the quad starts, and on my Blaster in particular, there is a decent amount of angle on these A-arms, so I'm going to go ahead and put it to about 30 seems like a bit much, so maybe about 0.28. And then we're going to make our axis width 0.5. So these are the stock shocks. So we have a little bit of white with the red springs and the blue thing on top. So I am going to go ahead and switch over to shocks number 1. And this is what they look like. Because even though my current shocks on my Yamaha Blaster in real life are white and the stock shocks, I am going to upgrade to the red 400EX shocks here very soon, because I hear those are very good shocks. And with the super stiff stock suspension that I do currently have on mine, it's not even that fun to ride with just how stiff it is. So I can't wait to get some new 400EX shocks on there. Should definitely up the ride quality and make it a whole lot more fun. Video coming soon on that. And yeah, so these are the shocks we're going to run to make it just a bit more realistic. And we're going to make them about 1.5 shock size. And then in the rear about 1.7. And that is it. That is my 2006 Yamaha Blaster YFS 200 in Offroad Outlaws. I did get one comment about it on one of my videos on my Blaster. Someone did comment, now you gotta make it in Offroad Outlaws. And I was also thinking about this about a day before, so now I'm finally doing it. And there we are. Here it is, and I'm going to compare it to my real life one. And there that is. Now let me know down below in the comments what you guys would have done differently and what you guys do think of the build. And with that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. That is it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Leave that like if you guys did. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys did think of today's video, as well as any other videos you guys would like to see in the future. And with that, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you have an amazing rest, guys, day or night. And with that, I'll catch you guys very, very soon in the next one.